everybody, it's Andy, aka Max Rider. As long as you guys have been with me long enough for me to put together pretty much most of this this Nether portal stuff, I think I'm going to keep you with me for the end of it. Haha! So, today we're talking about the last Providence game that I ran, which was Dog Will Hunt, which was about well, okay, this is the regular group, and they are in Louisiana. They've heard about some missing people, and they have heard about possibly some wildcatters. And so they're there to see what they can find out here in Louisiana. What will they find out? Let's find out with them, shall we? So, they rent a car. They take a train from New Orleans to Huma. I think it's Huma. Not sure how it's pronounced. And from there, we're going to try to make this identical to the one in the Nether. I'm just using this as an excuse to tell you my story. Anyway, so they, and I might be jumping back and forth just a little bit. We're going to put the door right here. But now we're going to need these for the walls. Unlike in the Nether, this is just going to hang free, like so. So, they reach Huma, they rent a car, they go down to Montague, which is spelled Montagut. And did I turn on the timer? I did. So they get to Montague, and they start looking around. They are trying to figure out what they actually need to do. They talk. Griffin McCree is the big game hunter. Joel Johnson is the union activist. And you've also got... What else do we have? Wow, I'm totally blanking on the last player. The last player was... Wow. Oh yeah, was Yori was playing Deluve, the burglar/photographer. Photographering being his cover for being a burglar. So anyway, they've gotten to town. I'm going to be going back and forth here to try to figure out the layout of this thing, because I want to kind of make it, if not identical, at least kind of similar to the one here in the Nether. So we do our corners, middle. This will be just a single wide instead of a... Well, we might just leave it front open. This isn't a safe area. So... I think we're doing like this and like this. It's a pretty good sized building. Oh shoot, if people come with horses, they're going to want the space to get out. So I tell you what, we will make this a little bit wider here. Okay. Like so. Yeah. So that's going to be... whoops, wrong thing. Anyway, so... they first go and check out the Mangrove Trading Post, which is where the Cajuns in the area live, and where they've offered a reward for the return of several people that have gone missing. There we go. Oh, here they come. Here come the zombies. The zombies come marching in, la la. My only worry is skeletons at this point. And I'm thinking I'm going to do half slabs for the ceiling instead of full, just so it'll look a little... So it won't be quite as massive, because this is going to be a big cobblestone building if I don't. Anyway, here, let's take a look on the other side. I hate how you spin. So if I go in like this, I should be facing the back. Yeah. So this is a 2 and this is a 3. Okay. Oh, we can even do that. Yeah. Alright, so... Okay. These guys are going like this. So anyway, they talk to the Cajuns, who are actually quite friendly and want to help, want their people to be found, you know, that kind of thing, unsurprisingly. Deluve goes and, or the hunter goes and talks to the sheriff, and when he comes out of the sheriff's office, which he has a little like mini office there in Montague, to kind of so he can handle his stuff if he wants. Even though the county seat is in Huma, he sees this man get attacked on the road by these two horrible-looking dogs. The sheriff shoots at him. The bullets don't seem to really do anything. That gets him all excited for the hunt. So when the others get back from Mangrove Trading Post, they head out into the bayou. Their first day of hunt is unsuccessful. Oh, wow, that did not go as far as I thought. 2 more should do it. The first day of the hunt is completely unsuccessful. So, but they've noticed a lot of the townsfolk, have rings. They've got like these rings that they wear. So I think what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make more half slabs. Let's do this. Let's figure out how this interior I want to set up. We use half slabs for the roof, so it's not quite so massive. So this is back in this corner, that's in that corner, and that's there. Okay. Ooh, look at all of them. Yeah, so that's kind of suspicious, and Duluth has been like eavesdropping on the townsfolk, trying to figure out, what's going on with these rings, and learns that there's going to be a meeting the next night of some kind. He's not really sure what. Let's do half of these. Also that day they found the guy that got murdered. They found his car, so they decide to take it and go to Huma, where he was staying at the hotel there. But nothing really comes of that at all. Yeah. They don't find anything that's actually useful, so they head back. They tell the sheriff where the car is. Can I get the right thing in my hand? They tell the sheriff where the car is, and then they head back to their hotel rooms for the night. They do another bayou search the next day. They talk to the Cajuns again, trying to find out whatever they can. And okay, I don't see anything. Where are we time-wise? 7.5 minutes. Yeah, I can finish this story. I'm kind of cutting some corners and being as quick as I can about this story. They ran into little Taylor, who told them about his cousin Eudora Cabe being kidnapped by Evan Murrow, a crazy old man in the bayou. So that's a thing. And she's out there somewhere. She's a prisoner of his, apparently, according to Taylor, who wants to go with them to find her. And they just talk him out of that for their first bayou trip. So day 2 sees them wandering around town talking to a few people. They head into the bayou again. They find the wildcatters that Joel had actually come to find. So there's that. Okay. I don't want these skeletons to shoot me particularly. That's the wrong thing to do. God, shut up, zombies. I hate you. I hate you! So they find the wildcatters. That's a good thing. They decide they're going to come back that night. They decide they want to find out what these guys with the rings with the owls on them are up to. And it looks like they're doing some kind of a ceremony or something. When they spy on them, they're in a warehouse in the back of the hardware store. They eventually go in. They act like they need to talk to the sheriff about something, so they head on in for that. And in the long run, they figure that's a red herring. These guys are part of some kind of fraternal order, like the Rotaries, or the Rotarians, or the or something. They figure they're not dangerous though, and so they're like, forget it, let's move on. They return to Joel the night before had gone out to see Taylor. I missed a lot of details in the story, and actually. Okay, so he'd gone out the day before. Woof, that's messed up looking. I don't like that at all. Let's see about doing this. See if we can soften up this just a little bit. Ooh, that's gonna be hard. Okay, Anyway, so, and he'd seen some lights in the bio. He wanted to look at them again, so they went out to look. Now, at first, McCree was all like, we're not going out at night. It'd be terribly stupid and foolish to go out at night. But in the end, he's like, okay, we'll go out at night. And they end up going into the bayou, where they spot what appears to be an altar. There's some kind of pool, and then they hear as crazy old Eben Murrow shows up and tries to kill them. The dogs attack. Joel and Deluve get mangled. Joel loses a Joel. What did he get? Oh yeah, he got his ankle broken. Deluve gets like practically gutted. His leg gutted out. But they fight off the dogs. They end up dealing with old man Murrow, Eben Murrow, and we've run out of time. But I need to finish. Excuse me, this story real quick. So they go. They're being dragged away when Joel gets like literally stabbed out of nowhere. The guy'd been laying on the ground waiting for them to come, and so that's bad. They managed to revive him, and eventually they make a deal with Eben to leave one of them behind. He'll let the other two go. It's a lie, of course, but at the same time, it's still something. So they do that. The big ending was Joel managed to get back to crawl back because once look at that. Once Eben Murrow's after the guys with the light, he leaves Joel. He figures he can come back and kill him later. So Joel is just there, but crawls back to Eben Murrow's house, finds Eudora, and they escape. Even though there's a zombie in the boathouse, they take off running from it. Now, meanwhile, the others are trying to deal with. The big game hunter kills the other dog, so both the dogs are dead. But then he's waiting in a field, and he sees Yori's character come out calling his name. But then another figure also comes out calling his name. Eben Murrow is one of them. I randomized it. I just said whichever one. He's going to be whichever one. We're going to make it random. So in the end, big game hunter ends up shooting one of them, killing the guy instantly. Goes over to the other one. I had the player of the other one. The player was continuing to act like it was him, but it wasn't. It was Eben Murrow, and he was faking it, and managed to blow away the big game hunter. So when the police finally showed up later, Eben Murrow's gone. Oh, we can do this. We got plenty of supplies. And two are dead, but they do find remnants of people that had been murdered in Eben Murrow's house. And though he has escaped, at least his reign of terror in this area is over. For now. Bum 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 bum. Okay, and this has been long enough. So there we have it. We've got our portal houses done as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, I appreciate it, and I will talk to y'all next time. Sheep Bridge.